damn.
God. I knew it was going to be like, oh, these donkeys again. Good God.
That's basically what
Just
he said.
daring Adam Silver to find him. I saw those two donkeys and knew it was coming.
Dude, I love. Oh wow, Shador was at the Knicks game. Damn, and you guys lost in front of Shador. Come on.
More fruit is going to fucking Vegas.
Well, maybe we can. I'm excited, dude. We got baseball to talk about. We got football to talk about.
America, we have
basketball
so much
to talk about.
We got
college
so much.
football.
College football.
Major
everything.
college
Major.
football coaching news.
Major college news. You guys know what's going on because you know what fan bases we represent. That's right, America. That is the redoubtable one, Thomas J. The high question one, Ronald J. It is IDD, the number one sports talk show in our minds, in the entire world. Segment one. I mean, where do you start tonight? I mean, baseball, the Red Sox and the Yankees said, hey, if you can't hit, find some pitching. Fucking both of them delivered big blows tonight. Those two guys are both legit, and both of those teams did get better today. Because now you've both got a, wow, yeah. Yep, they both got better today, I can tell you that. Does that offset Juan Soto in the case of the Yankees? I don't know. But I know this: if you lose a bet, you've got to improve in an area, and that's the best way to go.
Max Fried's good.
Max Fried is legit. In fact, his ERA next year, him and Cole will have 1-2 ERAs from this past year, and 1-2 in the lineup. Well, the Yankees pitching staff did get better today.
Well, I think Max Fried might have led the league in ERA.
He did 2.91.
Yeah. I think it was less than that. No,
he was 2.91, and Cole was like 3.01 or something. So they got 1-2 in baseball. So kudos to the Yankees.
Lower than that,
the Yankees front office at least got off the mat and did something. And I'm not surprised because when you lose a player like that for that kind of money, you can't with that fan base. You can't wait long. You've got to do something. And that tells you how desperate they were because this was 48 hours later?
8 years.
No, I'm saying 40 hours later from losing Soto, they get this guy.
8 years for a 30-year-old pitcher, though.
Yeah, I know. That's called desperate.
Yowzers.
Desperate.
You
had to make sure you got him.
Max Fried is good.
That was make sure you get him.
I guess
we can't miss on this after what just happened. The fallout was going to be, because trust me, they're not stupid. If they go into next season as things were, and the Mets start out red hot and the Yankees struggle, what do you think's the first thing that come out of their fucking mouths? It'll be the first fucking thing that comes out of their mouths. Every fucking New York fan, both sides, it'll be the first fucking thing that comes out of their mouth. So the Yankees, Soto, it'll be the first fucking thing out of their mouth. So the Yankees, this was a desperate act of a desperate team, and he is a good one. He's very good, but he's 30. He's right.
30.
8-year deal.
He's had injuries.
Yep.
He's had left arm injuries, like elbow issue, forearm tightness.
Yep.
But I think it was a good move.
It was a good
because 218, when you compare it to how much was given to Soto for 15, I know Soto's younger, but money's just getting thrown around right now.
You have to if you can't out hit the Dodgers, you better damn well be able to shut them down. At least twice.
Garrett Cole.
And, both of them.
I
you
got
got two guys now.
I don't trust them to shut the Dodgers down.
No, but I think they got a better shot now than they did 24 hours ago.
You're right.
Okay. So at the end of the day, the Yankees got better on that side, again, of the ball. Now, again, does it offset Juan Soto? I have no idea.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
What I think is interesting is now you have Yankees fans and Mets fans bitching on Twitter.
Sure.
Okay. And I'm sure in real life as well. Because as soon as the Mets signed Juan Soto, Yankee fans started saying it was an overpay. Right? It was an overpay. We're glad we didn't get him. He wasn't even good at defense.
You'll never convince me.
Exactly.
Never.
That's bullshit. Now,
$5 million?
But the thing is,
it wasn't $5 million.
Exactly.
That's it.
People are trying to say it wasn't that much. It was more than that. Not really, because they had a 16th year.
Yeah.
So yes, annual value was different by about $4 million a year. But with the extra year, the total contract was $5 million different. Yeah. Now, the Mets have escalators in it.
Sure.
So if he does really well,
he gets bonus.
He gets $800 million.
Yeah, he can go to 800.
But if he does that well, I'd gladly pay him $800.
Fuck yes.
If I'm Steve Cohen with $22 billion. Okay.
His profits are only going to increase. He's got to be able to pay this off. This kid, if he does what he's capable of, if he plays to what he's capable of, yes, the Mets are going to win at least 2 World Series in the next 6 years.
Right.
Maybe 7, depending on how fast they
I
get
really
names.
hope so. But they do
if
need
this
to build,
kid does what I think he could do.
We need to build pitching. But
Where is he not? Let me ask you this: where is he not delivering? He goes to Washington, wins a World Series. Goes to the Yankees,
San
takes them to the
Diego.
World Series. He underachieved, you thought, in
He
San
did,
Diego?
yeah.
He did?
I thought he underachieved after the World Series in Washington for a bit too.
Okay.
He is a 330 hitter in my opinion. The way he can control
He
at
can be
bats,
a 330 hitter.
but he's a 285 career hitter, which I'm like, I don't know. Maybe he's trying to hit more home runs. I don't
Well,
know.
I'm sure that's part of it. He doesn't
So-
just hit for, he wants it out of the park.
I know, but I think he's good enough to hit 30 home runs and hit over 300.
He might be. Manny Ramirez did it.
And if he's hitting 2 in our lineup and Francisco Lindor's in front of him, he should have 100 RBIs.
It's way too early to compare him to Manny Ramirez, who, along with Ken Griffey Jr., I thought were the best all-around hitters of their generation, because they hit for all three things: average, power. They were the ultimate. Those two.
Yeah.
Didn't matter who the fucking pitcher was. They could spray the field.
I think
they could hit it out
best
opposite.
hitter I've seen Albert Pujols.
He's great.
He had a 10-year
Yeah.
run with the
Yeah.
Cardinals. My God.
Manny was worth every penny.
Manny was a beast.
They won 3 World Series. Fucking, they hadn't won. Manny Ramirez and David Ortiz are the best 3-4 of this century. I'll put those two in their prime up against anybody.
Be hard to argue that.
Anybody. I'll put those two up against anybody you want. Okay, so he was totally worth the money, and him and Ken Griffey Jr. have the 2 prettiest swings I've ever seen. They're both just naturals. I watched them swing a
The
bat.
lefty swing is even better though.
I think, yeah.
The Griffey.
Griffey
the
I said
power stroke,
the
dude.
2 of them.
No, I know.
Griffey's
I know.
got the better swing of those 2.
Yeah, I'm just saying
But
that one
watching-
looks so much prettier.
Manny's swing.
Manny's swing is beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's
But there's something about Griffey's
even when Manny fouls one off, it looks great. It's ridiculous. Like every time he swings the bat, it just looks like
how do you look so goofy in the field?
he wasn't a great defender. That's
I
what
mean-
Griffey is better than
I mean, he's potentially the best hitter, one of the best hitters ever.
ever. Over
But then he
500
goes in the
home
field
runs,
and he
over
acts
300.
like a complete.
buffoon.
Yeah,
Just
like,
buffoon.
what are you doing, dude? But
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's just
I
kind
mean,
of like a big
To
kid.
be fair, they put him in 2 different places in Fenway Park. Fenway Park is a very tough.
I mean, he was a DH.
I know, basically, but
Really,
Fenway
it was
Park
a
of all
should've been
parks with that
DH.
that monster fucks everything up. I mean, it
Yeah.
fucks everything
You
up.
you really have to work.
You
at it.
as a fielder, that if you don't play there every day, that's a fucking.
I would
nightmare.
imagine you would
That's a
have to
fucking nightmare.
you would have to take outfield every day to be good at that. As a
Play
major
that,
league,
yeah. I'm saying if you
like
don't-
you wouldn't be able to
only-
go. Oh no, I'm not going to catch
Only
fly
guys
balls."
that play there for the Red Sox are actually good at it. Even the best ones go out
Yeah.
there and they get lost
Yeah.
because you just don't know what that fucking ball's going to do.
Yeah.
There's no way to know. It's just the bounces, the fucking depending where it hits, it might bounce, it might die. That whole field, the ending with the monster is one of the great mysteries of baseball because it's so. I've seen very few people play it well.
Yeah, there's some
very
though.
few. Some
But they're
very
Red
few.
Sox guys.
Yeah, they're all Red Sox. I have not seen another guy.
I mean, Johnny Damon played. I mean, he was
center field. He was center.
but the center fielder deals a lot with the monster.
But also the center field. Here's the other thing about
And they
Fenway
got the
Park.
garage
The
back
Fenway,
there.
yeah, but in the garage is the 420 triangle.
fucking crazy.
This thing is so fucking weird. You go. This is the thing about Fenway
Dude,
Park.
and then right field.
Yeah, then you got Pesky's the
You
fucking
got the
hooks,
fucking
Pesky's
little,
pole.
the little league length.
Yeah, it's the little league corner. It's like 296. Like what the fuck is that?
Oh my gosh.
It goes from here's the thing on that side of the field. It goes from 296 to 420.
Isn't it 281?
I think it's two. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm stoned. It might be 281.
Yeah, well,
I
then-
thought it was 315. But
Dude.
whatever. The thing is, like,
315. Nah.
yeah,
That's too deep.
I thought it was 315.
Okay. Well, I mean,
I don't
you
know.
would know better than me.
I haven't seen it in a
Let's
while,
see.
but I mean,
Pesky pole distance. Sorry, 302.
302.
Interesting.
I said 296. So I was close.
And then you thought it was 315.
Yeah. No.
I didn't think it was 3.
Yeah. Yeah. But still, it goes from that to 420, and 420 does this. It doesn't, you know, every ballpark
The
goes.
monster's 330.
The
isn't
monster's 37 feet high.
it? But isn't it 330?
It's 330 in the corner.
Yeah.
And then it goes out to 296.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, 396. And then you hit this fucking ridiculous triangle where this garage is at on top of it. Like, Fenway Park is a fucking miss. I would love to play there just to say I did it. What a fucking night.
Dude, how many guys have you seen go flying over the right center field fence?
A lot.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, a lot.
That doesn't happen
I probably
at
saw,
baseball stadiums.
When I was a kid,
In the outfield?
I probably saw it once a week. And it was always a visit of the team.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, dude.
It was
I've
always
seen a
a-
lot of Red Sox do it.
No, I'm not saying I haven't seen Red Sox people do it, but there was a stretch where it was literally every week for about 4 months. And I swear, those are all.
Dude, remember the right fielder we were watching this year? Who went flying into the stands like 3 times in a game?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm exaggerating, but he was all over the place.
He was all over the place. I mean, so Fenway Park, I mean, this is the thing about the Red Sox. They hit one out today. Finally, and this has got Theo Epstein written all over it. He's been back for 3 years. In 3 years, they got 4. 2 of these prospects are top 10 draftees from what I'm hearing. And they gave 4 of them up. And this is why you do this. To get a 25-year-old lefty who can pinpoint 97.
Let's look at his numbers. Garrett Crochet. He was the apple of everybody's eye.
I wanted them
at the trade deadline.
I wanted them to get him then. I can't believe they got him today. I'm so happy this happened. I was so mad they didn't even. I think they did go after him at the deadline, but they just didn't have enough then. I think the White Sox needed to see more of the Red Sox prospects. That's why I don't think it happened then. But I think that they were like, "Oh, we'll give you our top 4," and they saw those 4 or got a chance to and said, "Yep, okay, we'll do this." But that is what Theo Epstein came here to do. That's what he did before. So,
all right. So here are his stats.
He's 25, mind you.
25.
He's 3 years from his prime.
3 years.
2 years.
All right. What was his ERA last
Tres
year?
años.
His ERA was 3.58.
Okay.
Not that impressive, but he's young, and anything under. I mean, 3.5 is actually.
That's kind of
good these days.
That's good.
It's not great.
No.
Innings pitched 146. So I wonder why it was down. But that's good. He doesn't have a lot of mileage on his arm.
No, this is the other thing.
That's pretty
young.
good.
He is young.
Damn, he had 209 strikeouts in 146 innings.
That's crazy.
That's an incredible rate.
Yeah.
33 walks.
He's 209, 33. Think about those numbers for a second. He can pinpoint a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Pinpoint it. So that's frightening. 97. Greg Maddux used to do that with 93. Okay, so.
So he's got speed.
He's got speed and power.
Well, I guess power is speed.
I guess speed is power. I don't disagree.
That's correct.
That is correct, sir. You are quite correct, sir. But anyway, so yeah, no, the Red Sox did a great thing today. They got the ace they have not had since 2018 when Chris Sale was actually healthy.
On the worst team of all time. This guy won 6 games.
See, that's the other thing.
On the worst team of all time.
Team in the history
of all time
of Major League Baseball.
Thank you for taking over the Mets record.
His ERA was 3.5 on that team.
But better than that, I mean, they won 6 games.
How did he win 6?
I mean,
how did he win 6? It's a miracle. I'll tell you how he struck out 209 fucking batters. That's how he did it. But now he's got a Red Sox team that was in the top 10 in offense. Kenley Jansen is aging. He's still a closer. Who would be better served to have an ace in front of him, and now he does. Again, I still think that I hope that guy's in the bullpen or in the farm system somewhere because they know that Jansen's on a short leash if he is coming back. He had a good year last year. He was good, not great, but of course he never had a guy like this either. So who knows? But that's got to be next on the agenda, if not this year, next year, because I don't think he has much left in the tank. He being Kenley Jansen.
If it doesn't fall apart this year, I'll give him some credit.
Yeah, I think this is his last year. They got to address this next offseason. I think they can get away with it for one more year, but and with an ace you can. So the thing is, the Red Sox offense was surprisingly good. They finished in the top 10. They got another All-Star in the lineup. I forget he won the All-Star game MVP. This little white dude. What was his name? I forget his name.
Duran.
Yeah, Jaron Duran. He's a white kid. Yeah, Jaron Duran.
He looked like he was Italian or Puerto Rican or something.
He looks white.
Yeah.
I mean, when you see him in the summertime, they've all got tans, so it's kind of misleading. But he's white. So he's got the hair. He got the hair of a wrestler from Minnesota in the '80s, like Vision Quest.
Jaron Duran. Yeah, he does look. Well, I don't know.
The tan. The tan throws you.
Let's see where he's from.
And you could be right. I don't know. It just looks white to me. but
it says he's played for the Mexico national baseball team. So he's Mexican.
He's Mexican. All right.
At least part Mexican.
Yeah. Anyway, the kids.
Yeah, because Roberto Duran is a Hispanic.
Yeah. I thought it was spelled differently, but I might have been wrong.
Duran.
No, it's the same.
He's a fucking beast. This
The
kid.
kid can play. Yeah,
He's
they
good.
found again. So their
He's real
offense
good.
was surprisingly good last year.
Yeah.
They re-signed, I think, the best manager in baseball, along with the guy in New York, in Queens, I should say. I think they are, and right now,
He had a good year.
He had a
last
very
year.
81 with that team.
Yeah.
I mean, and he got an all-star. He developed an all-star out of it, and now you've got this 25-year-old ace coming in, who's not near his prime yet, who's a lefty.
Okay, Boston.
So
Can't
the
stop
Red Sox
there,
are on the map. They were 81. This technically should make them better. Because if you got, I always wondered if they got, if you could bump these guys down one spot, what would it look like? It might look very different.
They lost Tyler O'Neill,
Yeah, they did.
left fielder. He had close to 30 bombs, I think, for them. He had 27 homers.
Something like that.
So you got to replace that,
Yeah,
which that's replaceable. You
Yeah,
can do that.
I think that.
Can't remember where he signed. He signed somewhere. I was like,
Yeah, Theo and Alex Cora. I'm so glad Theo's back because this was all Theo Epstein. With those two running things, I feel good about them because I don't care if John Henry just signs the checks and stays that way, fine, and he did that before.
yeah.
So he doesn't have a problem doing it again. So let those two run the ship and add a couple of more, and you can win this thing. So, but you're closer with an ace. You got to get another bat to Tom's point, and you got to address the closer. I think Jansen might have one more year. He had a good year. I'll give him one more year, but I don't think he has more than that. I think he does. But again, I ain't seen him with a pitcher like this. So I don't know what he was like when he had one, if he ever had one. So I do know this: he's in the top 5 all time in saves.
Well, I mean, when he was with the Dodgers, he was unreal.
Yeah.
Then he was good with the Braves, and I mean, he's been good with y'all. He's not shut down anymore. He's cardiac.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got one more year, I think.
There's traffic on the base.
I think he's got one more year where he can get you 30 saves. That's it.
I think. Do you know how many he got last year?
37?
Oh, really?
I think. 36, 37.
That's pretty strong.
He was over 40 the year before. So he had 44 the year before. So I think they can get away with that for one more year, but that's got to be the other thing that they address. I'm very interested now because I was wondering this last year. What if you bumped these guys all down one spot that were in the rotation? What would it look like if you had a true ace? And now I'm going to get that question answered, and I'm kind of excited about it.
Yeah, but
I just got a feeling.
Pavetta's leaving. Who else was leaving?
Yeah, but that's like we were replacing him. Pavetta was kind of the ace.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, he pitched really well for y'all. That's right.
Well, compared to the others, but I wouldn't say. I think they upgraded that. I think that, to me, that's a swap out.
Okay.
He's a swap out. But the other ones, I think, are pretty much all coming back. So
Look, I'm trying to find the pitching rotation. So you got Crochet, Tanner Houck.
Yep.
He wasn't good, was he?
Yeah, he was.
Cutter Crawford.
He was good too. Actually,
I remember you trashing him.
Early on. He got better. Bello's kind of the weird one. There are moments when he looks really good, and then there's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I can't figure it out. He's a question mark.
Garrett Whitlock.
I don't
know who that is.
I don't know who he is.
And then Lucas Giolito. Didn't y'all get him last year and he was hurt? I think he got hurt very early.
We didn't see him for most of the
He's
year.
he's a pretty good pitcher. He's 6'6", big dude.
Yeah. He didn't pitch much. Yeah, injury was why. But yeah, move these guys down. You're swapping out Pavetta with him.
Oh yeah, you signed Aroldis Chapman.
Yeah, the Yankee guy.
Yeah,
he's pretty
the
good.
flamethrower lefty.
Yep.
He's old in the tooth too, though. Long in the tooth.
Well, I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a bullpen guy.
Yeah. I was looking at your bullpen right here.
So yeah, and the bullpen, but yeah, that's fine. Set up our closer. Yeah, fine. I need that 98. I need 3 of them.
Hold on a second. I don't see what's his face.
Who?
Kenley Jansen. Is he still in the?
As far as I know, he's still there. I didn't hear he was leaving.
He's not listed in the bullpen.
Oh, that's weird.
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Might have to look that up.
We might.
Oh, Kenley. Kenley Jansen.
Someone get Jansen on line 1 immediately.
Dude, but the funny thing is about the Soto stuff and the Yankee stuff, Buster Olney and Jeff Passan were talking about how I think the Yankees actually ended up at a better spot without Soto. I'm like, why are y'all blowing smoke up their ass like that?
Soto is 26.
Yeah.
He's 4 years younger than the guy you just got. And yeah, he was good last year. He's a legit pitcher, but does he offset that dude? You're gonna find out. I don't know the answer to that question.
I don't think he offsets.
I don't know
it.
I don't think they're better with him than with Soto.
No, they're still below where
They're
they were.
still below where they were.
Yeah.
And again, I said this on the
They're
last.
closer to being what they were. But
I said this on the last episode. The Yankees didn't have to go through their nemesis in the East. They didn't have to see Houston or Baltimore, teams that they
That's true.
struggle with severely. So we don't know. The stars kind of aligned for them.
yeah, who did they beat? They beat Cleveland,
Teams they owned.
and then
It was Cleveland. Who's the other one?
was it just Cleveland?
No, it was two of them. There was two of them they've been over. They owned them all year too. Cleveland and who?
Detroit?
Yeah.
No, Cleveland.
No,
beat
not Detroit. No. It was Cleveland. And
Cleveland beat Detroit. They beat Cleveland
was it Tampa? No,
in the
that's-
championship series. Who did they beat in the first round? Was it Baltimore?
no, they didn't see him.
Baltimore lost to somebody else.
Baltimore to somebody else.
To the Royals. They beat the Royals.
The Royals. They owned the Royals.
Yeah,
all
they
year
owned
long.
them.
They
They
went
did,
through
yeah.
the Royals in Cleveland. That was like you couldn't have scripted that better if you tried. And then I was telling Kevin Vaughn, and he remembers this conversation, that the Mets, had the Mets and the Yankees met up, the Mets would have had a much tougher, better. They were battle tested. They had a much tougher road to get there than the Yankees.
Mets would have
And the
slapped
thing
them
is,
around.
Kevin tried to downplay it, but Kevin was the first one to tell me if they avoid these two teams, and it was Houston and Baltimore, they can get to the World Series. And that's exactly what happened. So Kevin knew it. And you look at the teams the Mets went through or ran into, like, give me a fucking break. It was murderer's row. And to his point, the last 7 games of the regular season just to get to that point. They were battle tested like you read about the Mets.
Yeah.
And the Yankees, for all that, lose to the Dodgers in 5. Which I said, I'll give them a gentleman's sweep. I think they'll get 1, maybe 2 off them at the most. They have to hit them twice. That was me thinking that the judge was going to go off. But he didn't go off. In fact, he was quite irrelevant for most of it, dare I say. It's a lot of money. A lot of money
Well,
for
they
a guy
also-
who wets himself.
They also blew a 6-run lead or whatever the fuck it was.
Bedwetting was all
Which
over.
was-
a lot of bedwetting in
That
the
was
Bronx.
an absolute
The Bronx
pooping.
bedwetters.
That was a shitting.
We did the Bronx bedwetters.
Yeah. The Bronx.
Oh, the Bronx
Blasters.
bombers?
Yeah. I mean, that was an absolute
The
massive.
Bronx
loaf.
ass bombers?
That was a loafing.
Ass bomber.
That was a loafing.
What do we should call those? The Loafie what? It's got to be like a missile. Loafie. We have to think of a name for that. The Loafie something.
Okay.
Because these things were bombs. I mean, seriously.
Can't think of it.
I can't even. Well,
Heat-seeking loaf.
It's a heat-seeking Loafie. A steamer. It's a steamy. It's a steamy. You know
It's a
what I'm
Rebel
talking
1 Loafie.
about. It's a rebel.
It's a ballistical Loafie.
It's a
ballistic?
Is it no,
Ballistic
that's a
missile?
BTSM. What do they call those? The nuclear bomb? The ATMs or the ATSMs, whatever they are. Like atomic something. AT is atomic. Atomic long. Oh yeah, long range. It's ATL, like atomic long range missile. You know, fucking that was
Atomic long range
atomic
Loafie.
bombs are coming out.
How
of
about
there.
long range Loafie?
There it is.
Long range Loafie.
I'm gonna give him a high five. Long range Loafie.
An LRL.
So we have the low level Loafie. We can't go there, and then you can have the long range Loafie, which is what?
Which is an absolute missile.
Yeah, that's a missile.
It's an absolute
That's a missile.
scud-seeking.
Yeah,
It's a scud
that
loaf.
is a grade A draw destroyer.
Grade A scud loaf.
We're going there again. Stop it! Don't start this again.
All right, so back to baseball.
Back to baseball. We were talking.
Man, I'm excited about the season, but it's so far away.
But it's okay. And why? Because we have football. We have football, Tom. And Tom is in the playoffs. Congratulations. Tom
Yeah.
has made the
I
fantasy
squeaked
football.
in.
You got in.
7-7.
Just
Squeaked
got
in.
it 7-7. Great drink, by the way. 7-7. Yeah. All-time great drink. Trust me.
Not a great record.
You're in. Doesn't matter.
I'm in now.
I've-
Anything can happen
I've
once
won-
you're in the tournament.
I have won the championship from that spot. And I'm not the only one that's done it. I'm telling you, it can happen.
I'll
It
be
can happen.
underdogging.
It
Although-
can happen.
Dude, DJ's team's pretty loaded.
This is my fault, by the way, because I'm the one who dropped Puka Nakua. Now, he sat there for 7 weeks, so
That was
nobody,
the biggest loser move I've ever heard.
everybody forgot.
Can't believe he did that.
I didn't think he was going to play.
Dude, but you have an IR spot.
I know. I muffed that like you read about. But
I
the
mean,
thing
that
is,
is a muffin.
no one picked him up. He sat there for DJ picked him up like 2 weeks before he came back.
So here's my thing. the strength of my team was my receivers, or I would have picked him up.
By the way, he probably has the best receiving core in the tournament.
Yeah, well, for me, it was like, if I pick him up, then who the fuck do I play?
If you look at, he's got Neighbors, he's got Jamar Chase, who's the other stud?
Terry McLaurin.
And
Devontae Smith.
It's
a pretty, I don't know, somebody might have a better one.
It's a stud stable. It's a stable of studs.
Jamar Chase is a monster.
Jamar Chase, the other night, that was fucking...
Neighbors could have been better this year, but...
Neighbors has got 3 different quarterbacks throwing the ball, and and he's getting double teamed because he's got no help. So...
McLaurin's been great at times.
Of course, we could say it for the 1 millionth time. If Saquon Barkley had stayed, who the fuck knows what they would have looked like?
I don't know. They would have been
so
much better.
the thing is, we have football. We're talking about football coming up in segment 2. NFL picks and Tommy in the playoffs. RJ, I got the bye. We'll talk about all that coming up. Plus, a certain Hall of Fame coach has a new home, and actually, it's his original home. Segment 2 coming right up.
BB Unk. BB Unk. That's his new nickname.